Hello everybody, Toy Beers here again, and in this video I'm going to do something just a little bit different. I'm going to show you my DVD collection. Now, I've always said that you can tell a lot from a person from their DVD collection, or at least you can tell what kind of movies they like. Now, I divide my DVD collection into three categories, the first being live action, the second being anime, and the third being American animation. And then I organize those sections numerically and then alphabetically. And these, well, I said these, that means that there's going to be more than one video, because for two reasons. One, I have a big collection, and two, I just tend to babble on and on about anything and everything. As I am doing right now. So without further ado, this is my DVD collection. Enjoy. First one's 40-year-old virgin, and I got 300. Despite how much I hate Man of Steel, I am a fan of most of Zack Snyder's work. Here is an Adam Sandler collection. I got this set for Big Daddy and 51st Dates, which is okay. Mr. Deeds, I'm not a huge fan of, but came with the set. This Aeon Flux, honestly not such a great movie, but Charlize Theron is hot. I really like the animated series though, so I picked it up, and I picked it up before actually seeing the movie, so I might eventually get rid of that. Airheads, not too bad, not the best comedy or movie out there, but it's an enjoyable film. Airplane, one of my favorite comedies of all time. Something special about this, give me a second and I'll show you. So as you can see, after taking the slip cover off, you can see that I got this signed by Robert Hayes when I was at Motor City Comic Con. Really nice guy. A little trivia for you, that he did the voice of Iron Man in the 90s Iron Man cartoon. So he was Iron Man before Robert Downey Jr. And the next one is Aliens vs. Predator, which is also not such a great movie, but it's better but it's better than the sequel, and it's not too bad. And I got the American Pie trilogy here, and the third one's the least of the three, but it's not too bad. The first two are really good. I really enjoyed them. And the first one, I know this is immature humor, but I always crack up at the scene where Stifler gives that one kid a laxative. He takes a crap in the girl's bathroom. I don't know, it's hilarious to me. American Splendor. It's a nice movie. It's kind of documentary / movie about Harvey Pekar, the creator of American Splendor, and it's he's a very interesting guy. It's like so that's a nice movie. Art School Confidential, probably the most artsy fartsy hipster movie I have. It's a dark comedy. For those of you who don't know, it's a dark comedy, and it's about a kid who falls in love with a girl, and he wants to be an artist, and he's going through school, and just what he goes through, and then he suddenly is accused of being a serial killer. So I haven't seen it for a while, but that's what I believe happens. It's pretty good. I wouldn't recommend for everybody, but it's pretty funny. It's a very dark humor. Armageddon, probably my favorite Michael Bay movie. I'm not a huge fan of his, but I really like this movie. I don't know why. It doesn't really make a whole lot of sense, but I just do. And A-Team movie, very underrated in my opinion. This one I also have signed by Dwight Schultz, who played Madman Murdoch on the TV series, and he does have a small cameo in here. He plays a doctor in the after credit scene, so stay after the credits and watch that. Unfortunately, I at the time didn't have the series on DVD for him to sign, but I did nonetheless. And I think this is a very underrated movie. I really liked it. I'm kind of disappointed it didn't have any sequels. Well, maybe it will, but I doubt it. But really good, in my opinion. Austin Powers trilogy, really funny. Really like them. Second one's my favorite, I believe. First one's really good. Third one, not so much, but still funny. Back to the Future trilogy, yes. Back to the Future trilogy. Really good trilogy. Second one is my least favorite. Some say the third one is the worst, but I personally just think the second one is. Just because it seems more of a bridge between the two movies instead of its own thing, which the other ones seem more of their own. I mean, the second one, it even has a huge portion of it is reshot scenes of the first movie. So that's why I don't like it as much. It's still great movie, great trilogy. Balls of Fury. Not that good of a movie. I think the major reason I have it is because I went to the theaters and saw it and I laughed, and it's good. I mean, it's good for a few chuckles. I mean, the best jokes are in the trailer, to be honest with you. It's good. It's good fun. Batman and Robin. This is the serial from I don't know what year, but it's a serial. I actually never finished watching this. It's Batman, so I got it. Batman 66 movie. I have had a love-hate relationship with the 66 series. I hate it because of the reputation it gave comic books, that most people thought, oh, this is what comic books are like, and stuff like that. It's nothing more than this stupid stuff. It is a parody. It's a parody of Batman himself. I mean, the Batman comics. But as itself, it is very funny if you really think about it. I mean, sometimes you just can't get rid of a bomb. I mean, that's hilarious. So yeah, like I said, I have a love-hate relationship with it. But now I just think I love it. Batman Anthology. Of course. The first two are the best of the four, in my opinion. The Schumacher films, I would say, yeah, they're bad, but they're but only because they're not what the audience was expecting. If you look at them as modern films of the 66 series, then you could take it like that. But that's not what people wanted at the time, so that's why it's bad in people's opinions. I mean, you can also take it as a live action version of Batman Brave and the Bold. It still has that Silver Age feel to it. So those are the ways the comics were. I mean, it's not really. It's not that they're not really that of an inaccurate interpretation, since Batman has had several interpretations. Just some prefer ones over the other, and I do prefer the more serious Batman. So again, Batman Begins, great movie. Dark Knight, even better, the best of the Nolan trilogy. I would have Dark Knight Rises over here, but I have it on Blu-ray, and I keep my Blu-rays and DVDs separate. You know, I don't have it on DVD, so. Benny Hill. Funny. Notice how I said that. It is funny. It's more of something I liked when I was younger. I don't like it so much now. You know, as a teenage boy, you know, you see the sexy girls and you hear the, you know, crude humor, so that's the stuff you laugh at, so that's why I have it. Best of Horror, Volume 1. Not necessarily Best of Horror, but, you know. This has Living Dead, Mania, and Little Shop of Horrors, the original one here. Night of the Living Dead, one of my favorite movies. Mania, it's not so good. It's a Hammer horror film, I believe. It's got Peter Cushing's from the original Star Wars trilogy, and Donald Pleasance from the Halloween franchise. So, and Little Shop of Horrors. The original I consider it a dark comedy more than anything else, more than a horror movie or something like that. But that's how I see it, and it is my preferred version over the '80s remake. I don't like that. Well, I don't hate it, the '80s remake, but it's not my preferred version, mainly because it's a musical, and I'm not that fond of musicals. Beverly Hills Ninja. Not Chris Farley's best, but funny nonetheless. Really a shame that, you know, he passed on, and when he did, I was curious to see where his career would take him. But yeah, very funny man. Big Trouble in Little China, one of my favorites movies. You'll probably hear me say that a lot. Just crazy fun. I love it. It's funny. It's got action. It's got crazy characters in it. You know, John Carpenter's best, in my opinion. My favorite John Carpenter movie. Chris Rock. Bigger and Blacker. It's a comedy DVD. Chris Rock's one of my favorite comedians. He is pretty funny. And speaking of favorite comedians, Adam Sandler, another Adam Sandler collection. Happy Gilmore and Billy Madison, two of his better movies in my opinion. I'm not such a big Adam Sandler fan of his currently, but these were, you know, his bests. Birds of Prey. Okay. I hate to say this about the DVDs I have, but not so great series, but it is good. It is good. I stand by it. And if nothing else, it has a lot of hot chicks in it. So, I say I like it. Another interesting note, the actor who plays Alfred was one of Elaine's bosses on Seinfeld, and also in, oh God, what is that movie? Army of Darkness, yes. Another one of my favorites. And the actress who plays Harley Quinn is Ferris Bueller's girlfriend. Just an interesting note there. Okay, Black Sheep. Another Chris Farley movie. Probably his worst.
but funny as well. Blade, very good comic book movie. And Blade 2 is better. This is the best of the three Blade movies, in my opinion. Blade Trinity, as you can see, is absent because I did have that one, but I gave it, sold it, so, because it is not as good. Blazing Saddles, funny Mel Brooks movie, very good. Boondock Saints, again another DVD I have signed. This one I have signed by 3 people who was in the movie. David Del Rocco, or I'm probably pronouncing his name wrong. The Italian guy, the funny man, as they called him in the movie. And then at the bottom is Sean Patrick Flannery, you know, one of the brothers. And funny enough, someone who had a small part in the movie, Ron Jeremy, of all people, I have signed by this. So yeah, this is actually one of my prized possessions. I got 3 signatures, and it is a great movie.
Toxic Pop has a new Facebook page. Like it to see pictures and keep informed about our upcoming events and videos. A link is in the description. Go to www.facebook.com/toxicpop1.